Hey, what's up? You want to know why I play Dark Magician Illusion? Keep watching this video and these test hands, and you'll find out why. Let's go. May the heart forever be in your cards. It's time to do it. Hey, what's up, fellow do this? Andrew Godsmith here, Godsmith of Chaos, here with another test hand for you with Dark Magician Illusionist. Absolutely my favorite deck so far. Love playing this deck. Can't wait for more Illusionist. Until Dark Magician gets new support, I'm definitely playing the Illusionist cards. A lot of people don't like Nightmare Magician, don't really play it much in their deck, but I absolutely play him because he works wonderfully on your opponent's turn and also on your turn. So before we get to it, may the heart forever be in your cards. Also, don't forget to hit that like button down below and subscribe to my channel so I can keep making these awesome videos. Okay, let's go. Quick little pile shuffle. Now, depending on your locals, depending on where you are, your tech in these decks will all obviously always be different. I didn't put really any hand traps in here because right now I'm not going to any locals. But there are a few cards in here that you can trade out, like the trap cards, the virus cards. You don't need to play them. I just play them because I like playing them, and there are a couple ways that I use them to help me win my duels. So draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right on. So what we have Gazelle, Chimera Fusion, Mythical Sheep, Triple Tactics Talent, Super Poly. Mystical Sheep can be used for any animal, or any monster, sorry. Chimera Fusion can be used with Mystical Sheep. So there's quite some good things you can go into this. But what we're going to do is normal summon Gazelle, the King of Mythical Claws, in attack mode. Activates effect to search, and we'll search out one level 5 Fiend monster, which, of course, you know, with this deck, it's going to be Big Wing Baphomet. So Big Wing Baphomet comes to hand. Then you're going to use Chimera Fusion to fuse off Big Wing Baphomet and Gazelle, the King of Mythical Claws, into Chimera, the King of Phantom Beasts. Chain 1, chain 2. This one, Big Wing Baphomet's to special summon. You're not going to use that from the graveyard because you don't have an illusion monster in your graveyard, so you're just going to add one to hand. I would say you'd probably want Cornfield Coddle. At least this will give you a negate. This will now pop off at the end of your end phase, or during your end phase. Your opponent will discard one card from their hand. Now, Cornfield, send a graveyard to search a card. If they ash that, you can use Triple Tactics. If not, then you'll search any monster that mentions Chimera Fusion. So I'm going to get out Mirror Sword Knight. Also, since he is on the field, you can activate Chimera Fusion to bring Chimera Fusion back to your hand. There you have it. Then you can set Chimera Fusion, or you can activate Chimera Fusion and go use Mirror Sword Knight and Chimera Fusion. Sword Knight, Chimera Fusion, and Chimera, the King of Phantom Beasts, just to get the Mirror Sword Knight in your graveyard for another negate to go into Chimera, the Illusion Beasts. Or keep that in your hand, keep that on field, Mirror Sword Knight in hand. You can use Chimera Fusion, Mirror Sword Knight, and Mythical Sheep to go into Chimera the Illusion Beast. Therefore, you have Mirror Sword Knight in your grave. That will only get 2 attacks, and he's still in the field. Then you can set Super Poly, and yeah. But you'd most likely stop with him and the other cards in field. In your hand. Next test hand. Majority of the time, you're just going to see the Cornfield Coddle or the Mirror Sword Knight plays, because that's our main idea of this deck. But sometimes we do luck out and we get the Dark Magician going and can get out Dragoon plus all the Chimera cards. Cut. Draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Paw Prosperity, just banish 6. 6 of the cards, probably not going to use. Go look at the top. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And what we have here, we'll probably end up grabbing either Gazelle, Magician Souls. Let's do Magician Souls. We're going to grab Magician Souls. Put these 2 on the bottom of the deck. Then you're going to send normal summon Mirror Sword Knight, using his effect to send him to the grave to special summon out Big Wing Berthmet. In defense mode, activate effect to search for Gazelle and another Chimera Fusion. Activate Chimera Fusion, fusing off Gazelle, the King of Mythical Claws, and Big Wing Berthmet into Chimera, the King of Phantom Beasts. Chain 1, Chain 2, Chain 3. So special summon out Mirror Sword Knight. Then search. You're probably going to want Cornfield Coddle, or going to Nightmare Magician to hand. Now, if you're going second, Nightmare Magician to hand, because you can use him as fusion material to get out the other Chimera and attack, and then he's in your graveyard, so you can bring him back. But right now, because I don't have Cornfield, I'm going to bring Cornfield to hand. Then send Cornfield Coddle to the graveyard, so then it's live to search for a monster that mentions Chimera Fusion. Most likely gonna get another Mirror Sword Knight. Now from here, these are absolutely awesome. They're gonna stay in your hand. Chimera Fusion. So since all that has popped off, the Chimera Fusion that is in here can come back to your hand, and you're gonna wanna set that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to special summon Magician Souls by sending Dark Magician to the grave. Dark Magician to the grave. Special summon Magician Souls. Then we're going to activate its effect to send 2 cards, Instant Fusion and Paw Prosperity, to the grave to draw 2 cards. Sorry, I can't do that because I activated Paw Prosperity earlier. Misplay. I can't draw 2 cards. Sorry about that. So actually we're going to summon Dark Magician and send souls to the graveyard. Now we can either use Chimera Fusion again to go into Chimera the Illusion Beast, Guardian Chimera. Oh yeah. So that's it for that test hand. 1 or 2 more test hands. Also, once the Age of Overlord comes out, wow, I can't speak. Once Age of Overlord actually is released and comes out, and I get the new cards, I'll show you some more updated combos, stuff to do with Tau and UFO Light. UFO Light you can use to actually go for a nice OTK as well. Coming back onto your turn, and Tau is really good at sending cards to the graveyard, and yeah, they work well together, and they, I think in the future, will be absolutely broken. So draw 5, Polymerization, Magic Rebo, Monster Reborn, Fenrir, and Instant Fusion. Okay. So first, we're going to summon Kashtira Fenrir effect to search for Kashtira Fenrir. Then from here, you're going to activate Instant Fusion to go into. Got a couple choices. Time Wizard of Tomorrow or Millenniumize Restrict. We're going to choose Millenniumize Restrict. So you lose 1,000 life points, activate Millenniumize. Now, stops from hand traps, but not imperm, unfortunately. Then you can use Polymerization. I'm going to use Polymerization. These two plus Magic Rebo to the graveyard to bring out Guardian Chimera. Now, with activate Monster Reborn and bring back Millenniumize Restrict in defense mode. Now, if an opponent activates Monster, he can steal it and negate their effects, and also equip it as an equip spell. Since Polymerization is in the graveyard, Guardian Chimera cannot be targeted by your opponent's card effects. And you have another Kashtira Fenrir in hand, just in case your board gets wiped for next turn. If it comes back to you, draw, Mythical Sheep. Can't really get too far with that. But, yeah. Next test hand. Last but not least, depends on how it goes. If this is a really crappy test hand, we'll stop there. If it's a good one, we'll go again. Or sorry, I said that backwards. If it's not that great, we'll go again. If it's a really good test hand, we'll stop there. But screw it, we'll just do 2 more test hands. All right, give it a cut. Draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, look at that. Okay. Reason why I use Defusion is because this deck is a Yugi, Battle City, and Duelist Kingdom. I got that backwards. Wow, I'm doing terrible this time. Duelist Kingdom and Battle City inspired deck. So I put in Defusion just for some gimmicky stuff and as an interruption. What we're gonna do, send Cornfield Coddle to the grave to search. I can get Gazelle, pretty much get anyone right now, but I'm gonna get another Mere Sword Knight. With Cornfield, most of the time you're going to grab Mere Sword Knight with it. We're going to normal summon Mere Sword Knight, then activate its effect to send itself to the grave to special summon out Big Wing Birthmat. In defense mode, activate effect search. He allows you to search for 2 cards. Absolutely wonderful, absolutely broken. Love that card. Search for a Gazelle or any level 4 beast and a Chimera Fusion. Now we already opened up with a Chimera Fusion, so having 2 of these in your hand with full combo is actually amazing because it actually allows you to get all the way into your Chimera Illusion Beast while also still having a Chimera Fusion that you can set and use. Now you're going to activate Chimera Fusion, Fusion Summoning Gazelle, King of Mythical Claws, and Bigwing Baphomet into, you know it, Chimera, the King of Phantom Beasts, in attack mode. Now that makes your Cornfield Coddle and your Mirror Sword Knight live. You have, with Cornfield, a target negate destroy, and Mirror Sword Knight, a monster negate. Chain 1, chain 2, chain 3. So with Gazelle, you're going to search for a Cornfield Coddle. Bigwing Baphomet is going to summon out Mirror Sword Knight in defense mode. Now, if you're going to attack and you're able to summon him out because he's a level 4 1900, which is pretty big, and he can't be destroyed by battle. So I mean, you're going to take a little bit of battle damage, but it's not too bad. But put him in defense, and if he gets attacked, so what? Doesn't matter. Now from here, you got these two to set you up for next turn. Set Chimera Fusion, and since he's on the field, Chimera Fusion is in the grave. Activate Chimera Fusion to bring back to hand. Then what you're going to want to do is activate a Chimera Fusion to fuse off. Now get this, you can fuse off Cornfield Coddle, Nightmare Magician, and your other Mirror Sword Knight with Mirrored Sword Knight on the field and Chimera. So that's 5 materials. If you did that, then this guy can come out and he'd have 5 attacks. Your first attack would negate and bring your opponent's monsters down to 0, and then you can attack 4 more times. So 4 more with 3100, you're going to take him out. Plus, if you used Pot of Prosperity and you got 4 more attacks, that's still a 6200 attack, plus whatever you got off your first attack. Now, I'm not going to use all those. What I'm only going to use is the Mirror Sword Knight on the field and the Nightmare Magician in my hand with the Chimera, the Phantom Beast, to bring him out. Chimera, the Illusion Beast. So he can now attack 3 times, negating the first one. Then you're going to set Defusion, or if you're going second and you already attacked, you can then activate Defusion, sending him back to your hand, back to the deck. Fusion summoning out, or Defusion summoning out Chimera, Thing of Phantom Beasts, Nightmare Magician, and Mirror Sword Knight. You do that main phase 2 after he attacked, or beforehand, because if you want to use Nightmare Magician. But yeah, there you have it. Nightmare Magician. If this card battles an opponent's monster, of course it's an illusion monster, so neither can be destroyed by battle. At the end of the damage step, if this card battles an opponent's monster, you can take control of that opponent's monster. Once per turn, at the start of the damage step, if another monster attacks, you can destroy 1 card on the field. Use Nightmare Magician, attack a monster, steal that monster, use that monster to attack, then Nightmare Magician destroys a card on the field. And then you have enough to keep you going for next turn. During draw phase, right on. Eradicator Epidemic Virus works with Chimera the Illusion Beast. So during your first turn, if you can make it all the way to Chimera the Illusion Beast, get him out, set Eradicator. People probably aren't going to expect it. Use Eradicator to send him to the grave. Then you can banish Chimera, the Phantom Beast, to bring back Chimera the Illusion Beast, or you can bring back Nightmare Magician. Yeah, use an Eradicator. So we'll do 1 more test hand. Or actually, instead of a test hand, let's do a combo. So we'll get out Cornfield Coddle, Magician Souls, and Illusion of Chaos. Quick little shuffle, cut, Already drew those 3, and then 2 random. Does not matter what they are. So by now, you should have caught on to what the Cornfield Coddle 1-card combo is. I'm going to send him from the hand to the graveyard to search to grab out Mirror Sword Knight. Now we're going to normal summon Mirror Sword Knight and then activate its effect to send himself to the grave to special summon Big Wing Baphomet. In defense mode, activate Big Wing Baphomet's effect to search for Gazelle, the King of Phantom Beasts, or Mythical Claws, and Chimera Fusion. Using these 2, you're going to activate Chimera Fusion, fusion off Big Wing Baphomet and Gazelle, the King of Mythical Claws, into Chimera, the King of Phantom Beasts. Chain 1, chain 2, chain 3. So you're going to summon out Mirror Sword Knight in defense mode, then you're going to activate, then it resolves, getting out Nightmare Magician. Then after that resolves and it comes to hand, that will resolve, meaning your opponent will discard a card during the end phase of your turn. New chain, since he is on the field, Chimera Fusion can return to hand. Now, just with Cornfield Coddle, we have these 6 cards in hand. All we're looking at right now are these 2. So Illusion of Chaos is going to search out Timaeus. Now, usually put Illusion of Chaos back on top, but we're going to leave Illusion of Chaos in our hand, and we're just going to take one of those random other 2 cards and just place one of those back on top of the deck because we don't need it. Now we have those 3. Now, Magician Souls. Magician Souls is going to send Dark Magician to the grave. Then it's going to send itself to the graveyard to special summon Dark Magician in attack mode. Now, you're going to send Illusion of Chaos to the graveyard to special summon Timaeus the United Dragon, activate Timaeus the United Dragon's effect, Diffusion. Now with this you can do a couple different ways. If you needed to, you can fuse off into Guardian Chimera. Won't really have any use because it's not a spell effect, so it won't have its draw power, but it's a 3300 beast if you need it to attack, which you probably don't. So Timaeus the United Dragon is going to use, well, I guess you can go into the other Chimera. You can use his effect to fuse into Chimera the Illusion Beast without using your Chimera Fusion. But the point here is to fuse these 2 off into Dragoon. You still have these 2 in your hand. So you're going to set Chimera Fusion for your Chimera plays. Then Dragoon, you have the 1 card still in hand for its discard to negate, for its Omni negate. Let's see what this 1 card was. It's actually a Pot of Prosperity. You could use it to search for another card that's needed, or you can just keep it in hand for a discard. Yeah, that's it for my video today for my test hands and combo. Hope you loved it. Don't forget to like and subscribe down below. May the heart forever be in your cards. Love you all. Hope you have a great day. Cheers.